Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, as always, if you are interested in this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you get the updates when I post a new video. And with that being said, let's get into it. Well, as you guys know, if you follow my channel at all, I raised these calves. Well, I started raising these calves about almost a year ago now, probably about 10, 11 months ago. And I'm getting to the point where I'm about to start raising some young ones now, so I need to sell these. Prices are not good at all, but at this point, it's been a drought here. They didn't put on the weight like they should have because there wasn't any grass, and I had to put a lot more grain to them than I normally would because, once again, there isn't any grass. So at this point, it's just time to sell. It's probably maybe gonna lose money, but once again, I'll have to show you the figures and see. I don't know what prices will be like. As of last week, prices are not doing well at all, so. Yeah, I doubled up the grain on these guys just for this evening. I'm gonna let them back out in the pasture after they're done. Actually, I'm gonna give them some mineral before that. I'll talk about that when I do it, but yeah, here are the calves. Eating grain. I'm not selling the two little red ones yet. Those will be used for butchering, and I'm also not selling the Free Martin heifer, as you may have remembered from the last videos. But this is the Free Martin heifer right here. She's not a great size, but she is, you can see right there compared to the steer. And she's worth a whole lot less. So red calves are leaving until later. I'm just going to give you guys a quick little walk around here while I've got them eating. This is the biggest steer right here. And then here's the Angus cross, which I think will actually do pretty well. He'll do a lot better than the Holsteins, but he won't do as well as a beef calf, I'm sure. But tomorrow is a special sale at the sales barn I'm taking him to. It's a feeder calf and Holstein steer special, so I'm hoping there will be a lot of Holstein buyers there, and hopefully they'll bring a little bit better of a price than they did last week. But this is the mineral I'm feeding. It's ADM, their summer beef mineral. But I'm just gonna put some in the feeder. They are going to eat quite a bit of it. And then the reason you feed them mineral before you sell them is because, of course, if you know anything about sales barns, you'll take your calves there and they'll probably sit in the pens there for an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 or 4 hours. So they're gonna get dehydrated, they wanna have food, which is why I also double up the grain right before I sell them, and why I give them mineral. Because the more mineral they eat, of course it's salty, they're gonna drink a lot more water, and once again, like I said, they're not gonna have water in the actual sales barn. So some right there across the feed, and you can see they're eating that over the feed. So anyway, I'll let them chow down on that, and then I'll let them back out into the pasture. And then I guess I will see you guys early in the morning.
5:15 the following morning. It's still dark out. It's going to be dark for probably the next 45 minutes. But I'm just going to try to get some grain, get them all in the corral, and then I'll separate out the 2 red calves, their mother, the Holstein heifer, and then I'll have the, I'm probably going to have to take 1 or 2 more out and try to sell those separately because I won't be able to take them all in one load, and I don't really want to come back for a second load for just 2 or 3 calves. So I may try to sell those private afterwards, or have to take them to the sales barn later. So that's what I'm dealing with, but we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, I just got them in. I fed them 2 buckets of grain. They really didn't seem that interested. I don't know if it's because I fed them last night pretty late, but basically I'm just gonna let them try and eat that for a while until I get everything situated. Then when they're done, I'm gonna get them in and try to get them on the trailer. Okay guys, here they are. You can hopefully see they're not really that packed in there. I thought it'd be a lot tighter than it was. I've only got 10 on here out of the 12 calves I had. But yeah, now we've got to drive to the sales barn. Shouldn't be too bad of a drive for them, but here we go. I'm on the road. I'm headed to the sales barn. Calves are all loaded up, and it feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. After a year of working on them and waking up every morning super early trying to feed them and feed them in the evening, having to be home every single day, I'm glad it's hopefully paying off. I know this year, obviously, like I said, the prices are super bad, super bad. That's because in our area, huge drought, not very much hay was made because spring lasted a month longer than it should have, or winter lasted a month longer than it should have. We didn't have much of a spring, so no one got hardly any hay up. And then since we had the drought, everyone was feeding the only hay they did get up. So that's why prices are low around here. It's just a big drought. And so, like I said, I know I can't expect a lot of good things, but I will say it's good to finally get these things sold. It's my first group of calves to ever sell. I know a lot of you think I was spoiled, which I basically was, but I will say all these calves I paid for. It was all my money. All the expenses I paid for. Everything was paid for, and all that money came from me working every summer since I was 15. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I am 20 years old and I'm selling my first group of calves. So I will see you guys at the sales barn. We have arrived. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm headed here. It says unload, so I guess I'll come up this side. Not too many people here yet, but I'm hoping that's not a bad sign. But there's a stockyard, it's there. Just pointing me on up here. Okay. So I can survive. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. Hey, hey.
Okay guys, so I just dropped him off as you saw. After I filled out all the paperwork, all that stuff, he said they most likely aren't gonna sell until around 1 or 2. Which isn't good, but he said he'd put them on hay and water, so at least he'll have something to munch on. I did give him feed before I took them, so from what I could tell, there are a lot of Holstein steers in there, and he said the Holstein buyers normally don't get here until around noon, so they don't sell those until later in the afternoon. So I'm going to go to class. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully I will be done in time. I'll run back over here, try to watch them sell.
Hey, looky here, boy, looky here, right here, the goose steer, get on down here, boy. They're home range, right, whatever the boys home range they are right here, the good little get on down here. There was one, 81, and down gone, 81. Everybody even on here, one here, we're here now, two, now, three, now, 4. Hey, 4 here, and a boy down, 4 here, 5 here, 85, and 6 here, 85, C, 85, C, and 7 bird, now 7 to even, I make 9, 90, hey, 90 here, 1 here, 91, now, 92, 91, 2, 3, 93, 92, 3, 93, 2, big 3, 2.5, now 3, hey, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 93.5 here, 3.5, like 7, boy, 3 about 90, 93 on LD, 93 to the band on LD. Hey, little steer town here, boy, little steer town, got the same ride, same deal town, there's a little smutter here, there was 1, 81, bring down gone, 81, 31, but you go here, 1 here, 81 here, now 1, 81, I'm gone, you even do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, all down here, you even do 1, he's gonna be able to over Holstein 4.
So, okay, if you saw that and you were paying attention, 9 of them, I sold 10 total, 9 of them, they brought 93 cents a pound, and if you saw the weighted average, it was about 550 a pound, which is lower than I was hoping, but I also think because I dropped them off at 7 o'clock, and they didn't sell them until about 2:30, 2:45, so they were in the sales barn a long time. They could have easily lost 10-15 pounds, no problem, just because they didn't have food, water, all that stuff, but that's what you got to deal with the sales barn. So and then the other one, it was smaller. I didn't know it was that much smaller, but it weighed 430, so, and that one brought 81 cents a pound. So in total, you guys can add that up, it's roughly, I think the check ended up being 4,800 something, and that was after they took their commission and all that stuff. So and like I said, I still have the Holstein Free Martin heifer, and I still have the Angus Holstein cross calf. I'm gonna sell the Angus cross later, but yeah, I still have those two to make money on, so I'm hoping, based on the numbers from today, which I was very genuinely surprised with and pleased with, the 93 cents was the top of the market, well, at least for Holsteins that day. That was the top price they had, and some other guy also got 93 cents. So I was very pleased with them, even though they sat there for a lot of hours. But yeah, I was very pleased with the price.
And since I still have two more to sell, it's definitely going to be a profitable year. Not as profitable as I was hoping, but still, it's gonna be a decent paycheck. So guys, if you have been one of those people that followed this video series all the way through, this is sort of the last video. Well, the next video will be the last video. That'll be where I talk about all my numbers, all my expenses, and of course whether I made a profit or a loss, which I guess I already sort of told you, but all the exact figures on that, and I will show all of you guys step by step, everything I paid for, exactly how much I paid for it. And yeah, that video should be coming out next week. So if you guys are still watching, first of all, thank you. Not very many people make it this far, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, that'd really help me out. And with that being said, guys, I guess I'll see you next week.